Hi everyone, welcome to the final part of our gnome color along here in Enchanted by Marjorie So here is where we are. I didn't quite get all my little houses and everything finished, but I did some touches on my gnomes and got my leaves touched up how I like them. So I am going to do probably the rope and this little section right here just to show you guys kind of the stones and whatnot, and then I will be done. I will do the little touches off camera and we will be ready to start the next color along. So I did have a request, which is exciting, so thank you to Delyn for requesting an image. That helps me out a lot. We are going to do a page out of Autumn Scenes. If you have that book by Teresa Goodridge and are interested in joining the next color along, I was going to show you what it is, but somewhere in, oh, right there, I was going to say somewhere in planning, I set my book. I have quite a few pages done in this book, so it was a little tricky to find one I thought everyone would like. So I went with this one. I thought the wine glasses and the grapes bottle would be great things that people would be interested in seeing. So I will be going back to my beloved Prismas for this, because as much as I kind of sort of not really enjoyed Widows on this page, I miss my Prismas. So back to the topic at hand, I'm going to pull us in and we will get started. All right, so here we are with our cute little doorway. My thinking on this is, because if you've worked with me on a few of these now, I like to keep my color palettes, I don't really want to say minimal, but on the minimal side, and I like to keep balance. So being as I have these stones right here and these stairs, and I have gray beards with gray nowhere else, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the gray. Now I am going to bring in a little bit of the brown just to correlate everything together. But I am going to take the same gray as I did on the beard. And that is not a gray, it's a mahogany. So the two grays I pulled from my Widows are Shadow from the Monarch set and Dark Gray from the Monarch set. And I'm going to put my darkest on one edge and right next to the frame, I guess you want to call it, the dark line here. I did mean to color that one in all the way, because not all stones are going to look the same. Okay. Same with this section right here. Now, when following these lines, it's important to note that Marjorie has a wiggle right here. This is not necessarily part of the line work that makes the stair look dimensional. It's just like a little added frilly she put in, like these right here and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and not color that like it's a shadowed spot, the whole frill anyway. Okay, I'm going to put a little dark under that dark line right there. I'm going to come down this side. Now, it is important to note I am working in Widows and I do not have a full set of Widows if you are just joining in on this color along. So I am kind of winging it color-wise with my colors. Because I'm trying to keep this in as much Widows as possible, more as a challenge to myself than anything, because I don't use my Widows a whole lot. Sorry about that. My big kitty is calling the baby kitty. She's like, "Excuse me, sir, it's bedtime. Where are you?" Okay. So if you need to kind of help yourself see how these work, because sometimes I struggle with stairs, not gonna lie. Sometimes the 3D, I don't want to say 3D, the dimensional effect of the stairs throws me off. So I'm taking a black. I do not have a black Widow. Out of any of the sets I own, I did not end up with a black. So I'm pulling my black Prisma, and I'm just going to mark that this is the bottom of this stair. You know, just kind of darken it a little more. This is the bottom of this stair, so that I know that's the top. Okay, This is the bottom of the stair. So that's the top. This is the bottom of the stair. That's the top. And this black will tame down with these grays, but it just kind of helps me see. The thing about coloring is you don't ever want to have to struggle to do it, because then you don't want to do it. And that's where we get fear and anxiety, and then we think we don't like things. We don't want to do detailed pages because they're hard. So we want to do things that make them as easy as possible to us, so that coloring stays fun. So if marking it like that with another color helps you, go for it. Okay, so back to my dark gray here. Now, widows and prismas, for me, I think have worked well together. I don't ever usually have a problem working the two together. I will use my widows again in combination with my prismas, but after this page it will probably be a hot minute before I tackle another straight widow page. I do like these pencils. I just like to mix them a little more. Alright, so we want this to be darker, or at least I do on mine anyway. Okay, and then I will take my black again. Just kind of blending out some of them harsh lines. Got a little too many harsh lines here that I want to make sure get blended out. So if you want more color friendly stairs, like, you know, the brown to match the rest of the page, go for it. Like I said, this will lighten up a little when I get the rest of the colors in, but I do kind of want it to stand out. So I chose these colors. This will be a yellow leaf. This will probably be an orange leaf. As you can see, I've kind of did orange on these as a way to help bring in some more color. Okay, this is my lightest gray now, and I'm going to put my lightest gray in first, and I'm going over the whole top of the stair, not just over the line and everything. This one is still a little, so on this one I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this black up a little higher, just because the way that line is put in, it gives it a weird look. And I want to make sure that this still looks like the side of the stair, like these do right here, and not the top. So that's why I'm darkening that one up a little more. Okay, and then I will take my lightest to make sure I get that top. Oh my goodness, and now he's going to scratch everywhere. I'm sorry if you can hear that. One sec. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, taking my lightest now, I'm coloring over everything. Now, I'm not going to leave these rocks like this, but I kind of wanted to get some color on them. Okay, just kind of cover it. Okay, then I'm going to go with that medium gray, because black is technically my darkest in this situation. I'm just going over some of the cracks, coloring some of them darker. Let me see see if I have a one darker in Widows. This is the cute little case I have Widows in. Got it on a prime sale. Little key tag thing. I have all my sets in here. Like I said, I don't pull them very often, so I didn't really worry about putting a whole lot into them. I don't think I have a darker gray though. These were color organized until I started this color along, and then I kind of pulled and put back and pulled and put back, and now they're all over the place. I do have a swatch, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't use my swatch sheets very often. What I find most helpful is combinations, so I don't really swatch a whole lot. I used to think that was something that was going to help me a whole lot, but I really found out that the combinations for me is where it's at. So that is how I do mine. Okay, and just again, just randoming certain spots. No pattern, no rhyme or reason, just darkening. I'm still going to take a little bit of that brown and I'm going to do dark tan. And again, not all over them. Just in a few spots and just on the rocks. And that just kind of helps bring the brown into this part of the picture. Okay, I'm also going to do this door as wood because we are on the tree. So going back to my original colors, so if you worked with me here, these are the original colors we used on our tree. And all the rest of my combos. Oh, and I need to do. So I'm going to pull those real quick. I started with 3 pencils and now I have a ton pulled. So 1 second here where I find my browns. Dark tan, mahogany fawn. I'm missing one. The thing with all these pencils being black is that it's hard to see. Okay, this is my dark chocolate, pardon the noise. This is my darkest color, so it is going to come right along the edge here. Also going to do it on the inside. Now this heart, if you want to do it red, you can. I'm going to keep with just this whole thing looking like these. That's the effect I'm going for. So just like I did here where there's some dark, just kind of adding some color around. So if you are doing yours the same, I'm just kind of following the same thing I did here. See how the darker lines have dark? So these darker lines are dark. This darker line should be dark. Okay, after that one comes mahogany, because we're going to keep our pattern just like we did on the tree. Pardon the noise. Sorry, my pencil sharpener is so loud. Also so close to the camera. I keep telling myself now that I'm actually doing color alongs and getting videos out, I'm going to revamp my desk here and make it a little more functional, but I just have so many things in such a large area that it takes me days. If I start tearing something apart, it will take me days to get it put back together and organized, and I just haven't had the motivation to quite get that into it just yet. Maybe Christmas break or something, but we will see. Okay, and this is the dark tan. And you can see I got a little on those. I'm not going to worry about it because I'm probably going to try to make them a little bit, I don't want to say gold because I don't exactly have the right colors in Widows for gold, but I'm going to try something similar. Clean those up a little. pencil so it kind of looks like I know what I'm doing here. Okay, this is my dark tan. Again, just filling in. I'm not going to use a lot of fawn on my door. I'm keeping my door fairly dark. So this is my lightest for the most part. No. That is my helper. If you are new here, I foster kitties. And he is still learning the rules of the desk. He's big enough to get up here now, but he doesn't know he's not supposed to be. So just adding a little of that highlight color. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot. I want to keep the door kind of dark. But no. Pardon us 1 second here. Sorry about that. He was sleeping when I started, I promise. And then I like hit the pencil sharpener and he's like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. Alright, so there is that. Now, like I said, I'm gonna color these a little yellow. Just so they stand out a little. I'm gonna take mahogany. I'm just gonna darken the bottom and one side of it. And I'm also going to darken around it, and I might have to do dark chocolate for that. Let's see. Dark chocolate, just so that that yellow does pop a little more. Right, that's gonna be the door and my stones. For these stones down here, I am going to do the same basic thing I did around the stairs, so I won't do them all, but I'm just gonna randomly pick a few to be this color. And I'm just going to base them all first. And I usually don't base very often, but this is one of those. I'm going to pick a few to be this color. I'm going to pick a few to be this color. Now it's up to you whether you want to keep these all gray and come back and add a little brown like I did above, like this, so that they match up here, or if you want to have your stone have a brown one mixed in it. Either way totally works. Just be aware of your colors and what you got going on. So this color I'm just kind of using to blend everything together here. And I think I'm going to go back to my original green. So I'm going to go leaf green. No, I'm not. Take that back. My dark green that I used on this background right here. Irish green. And that's going to make these look like they are sitting on grass a little bit. Slide up on camera here. So wherever I think is grass. Now I'm just putting a light layer in because I am going to bring in another green. But as long as I have that marked, then I can kind of work with it there. So I'm going to go green tea, and that will just kind of bring in the colors of these plants as well. Sorry, I had to see what he had. I have a kindergartner, and kindergartners are fun and kittens are fun, but kindergartners and kittens sometimes okay, just kind of cleaning up here where I got a little wild with some things. These flowers I will probably keep red, like the ones I did red and orange like I did up here with the yellow center. But I just wanted to show you a few of the trickier spots I thought I might get questions on. Again, if you're in the Facebook group, there's an album and you might post them on the wall as well. Okay, so quickly, I'm going to hop up here because if I don't do this, I'm going to forget. And, I'm going to lightly turn these ropes right here yellow. Now, I got to be careful how I do this because if I do it wrong, my rope is gonna look either like my leaves or my trees, and I want a little bit of definition there. So I'm gonna go dark chocolate. I'm gonna sharpen to a fine tip. Pardon the noise. Okay, each little line here, I'm gonna go around. Let me pull you in a little closer. Okay, so we are right here. So each little line, doesn't have to be perfect. We are going to go back over it with the yellow. But we want to make sure we get that rope look in there. Okay, I am going to make this a wood swing, so being this is my dark wood color anyway. All right. I'm just doing each little line here. Now, if this were a bigger rope and a more realistic rope, I would show you some cool things to do with it. But these are fairly tiny, so I'm just going to stick with the basic shadowing of it here. This is melon. It's like in golden orange, yellow. If I could talk. That's going to be my blendy color. That just gives that rope a little more rusticy, golden feel. So there's our rope girl. Let me pull my other colors and finish this swing. Right, so there's that. I did pull 2 prismas. There are 2 prismas on this page. They are pomegranate and processed red. For my pink gnomes, I just did not have any pinks in my widow sets that, any really at all. I had like baby pink, but none that were going to work for this page. So I did have to pull 2 prismas for that. So just kind of looking around and seeing. These wood panels, I'm going to do brown as well. But I want to make sure that they stand out from the tree. So I'm going to go dark. Okay, and then we're going to pull mahogany. 1 second to find mine, because I set mine down. Mahogany. Just making sure it's blended nice. I'm not really following the shape pattern at all. You can if you want, but my main goal on these is to make sure that they don't blend in with the tree. The heart I colored red, so it will stand out for decoration, but the rest I'm just doing as normal wood. Just kind of fixing a couple spots so I got this pencil in my hand that I can see while I'm right here. Alright, so those are gonna be my blinds. Now the houses are pretty much, you know, whatever you want to do. This I'm gonna do yellow to bring this yellow all the way up here down. Like I said, these will be red and orange. We'll finish these guys down here. Quickly, I'm going to do this little house right here. It was just a cute little one, so we'll go ahead and get it done real quick. Nothing too... These color-alongs are going so much better than I expected. I'm so pleased and happy that everyone is so excited and willing to join in, and even a few that haven't joined in have still watched and followed along on them, so very neat, very appreciated. Okay, let's go. I got red and orange right here, but I got a lot right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my roof brown. Not going with my darkest. This is the mahogany. Remember, I got light color behind it, so if I go dark, it'll contrast a little. Okay, I'm gonna find my dark, or my dark tan, but my light brown. Okay, so medium touch, just kind of blending all that together. And then my fawn, which is my lightest brown that I used on my tree. Also going to use it right here. Alright, and then I think I am going to go ahead and make my house brown. I was going to make it like pink or purple, but I want to stick with the tree feel. And there's a flower right there. So lightest brown color. Mahogany. Sorry, I got quiet concentrating. Just kind of blending that. And I'm going to leave it just like that. I got a little window right here. So on the inside of this one, I did dark yellow to light. And I think, because I was assuming it was the inside of the tree, even though I have a kind of bright daylight theme going on here, I think for these windows, I'm going to stick with yellow. So all these cute little houses are going to look like they're glowing a little bit. And that's what I want. Now, if you want to switch it up like this one, I might do just a tiny dot of blue. And then it kind of looks like glass. And you can add your white streaks if you want to. So there is both ways to do that, whichever you like. And that kind of evens out my tea set over here. I'm going to quickly put in this light pink stripe on her shirt before I forget about her. I also used Prisma for the skin tones because I didn't like the ones in the widows, but I forgot a couple noses. All right, so I'm also, while I have my browns, quickly going to do this roof right here, and then we will be done. I will finish the rest and we can all post our completeds. So real quickly, like just pulling my browns again. So this is dark chocolate. Going to be my darkest, and I'm going to trace she's already drawn in for us. Make sure I'm on camera here. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with my dark brown. Mahogany is I'm going to come and just add a little brown where the V's are in between. Okay, and then dark tan is going to be my lightest. And I do have a red, so with my red, I'm gonna go around the little chimney here. And then again, the grays will be the rocks in my chimney to keep the aesthetic color scheme we have going here. Alright, oh, there's another roof. All right, so there we are. Like I said, I will work on the rest off camera, so you don't have to watch me do everything, but I did go over a little bit of everything on the page. So if you are following along, that should help you. Questions, comments, requests, leave them down below. I'm just quickly doing these yellow because I feel like it's a big white spot. Right, then I pulled in my green tea. Now I gotta be careful with my greens here because I don't want to get too wild and blend in with the background, so I'm not going to do all of them. But I am going to need to fix up my tree a little here. I got some eraser marks. I'm going to give these a little color. So like I did at the top where these are brown, I'm also going to just brown these up a little. Very light touch. We don't want them to look dead. We just want it to look like, well, on mine anyway. I don't know what color your guys's are, but. So down here where it's brown, I have the same issues up here where it's green. I want to be a little careful. So I might bring a little more green down this way than brown. And that just kind of brings everything together there. Just like that. Alright, so there we are. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined in on this one. I think there were quite a few of you I have seen and questioned me and sent me updates of your photos. Very neat. And I hope to see you for the next one, Autumn Scenes.